For centuries, people feared the death god as a bringer of darkness, a silent figure said to appear at the final moment. When breath fades and everything goes still, most depictions show him as a terrifying force, cold, merciless, and hungry for souls. But what if the truth is completely different? What if the death god was never a monster at all but something else? Ancient texts and forgotten oral traditions paint a far more mysterious picture. According to these old stories, the death god didn't hunt the living. He didn't stalk mortals or feast on life. Instead, he guarded the boundary between worlds, a fragile line separating existence from the unknown, a line that without him could easily collapse. They say he only appeared when a soul was lost, confused, or afraid, not to take life, but to guide it safely to the other side, to prevent spirits from wandering endlessly, trapped between realms. In many cultures, death wasn't viewed as an ending, but a transition, a crossing, and the death god was the guide who ensured that crossing happened correctly. Some stories describe him as a massive shadow with glowing eyes, towering over mortals, like a living eclipse. Others depict him as almost human, calm, silent, and impossibly ancient. In these tales, he wore a cloak stitched with memories. Each thread represented a life he helped cross over. Each patch was the final moment of someone's story. Piece by piece, he carried the history of every soul he had ever guided. But perhaps the strangest part of the legend is the key he carried, a key said to unlock the final doorway between this world and the next. Some claimed the key changed shape, depending on the soul it was meant for. Others believed it wasn't a physical object at all, but a symbol of the death god's ability to open and close the veil between worlds. And according to ancient beliefs, anyone who saw this key was living the last chapter of their life. Yet those who claimed to encounter him said they felt no fear, no panic, only calm, like time itself had paused, as if the universe gently whispered, "It's okay, you are not alone." There are also legends of rare moments when the death god made a choice few expected. Some believe the death god could return a soul to the living, not often, not easily, but only when a story wasn't finished, only when a person's purpose wasn't complete. These second chances were said to change destinies, reshape families, and alter the course of entire bloodlines. One decision echoing across generations, across the world. Versions of this death god appear in countless cultures. In Japan, the Shinigami guide souls, not destroy them. In ancient Greece, Thanatos gently escorted the dead, unlike the violent spirits people feared. In some African traditions, ancestral guardians served as intermediaries between life and death. Every culture had its own name, its own image, but many shared one common idea. Death itself wasn't cruel, it was the natural order, and someone or something kept that order balanced. Many civilizations feared him because they feared what they couldn't understand, but a few honored him as a protector, a guardian who kept balance when the world tilted into chaos, a cosmic gatekeeper ensuring that life and death flowed exactly as they were meant to. And here is where the legend becomes even more fascinating. Some ancient philosophers believed the death god wasn't a single being at all, but a title passed down through ages, carried by different spirits, gods, or entities, depending on the era. A role meant to be filled, just like kings, priests, and guardians in the mortal realm. As life evolved, so did death, and so did the one who guided it. Other stories go further, suggesting the death god wasn't created by the universe, but by humans themselves, formed from the collective fear, love, grief, and hope surrounding death, a manifestation of humanity's desire to believe that no one crosses into the unknown alone. So maybe the death god wasn't a monster after all. Maybe he was the final guide, the keeper of the last door, the quiet presence ensuring that every story ends exactly where it should, not early, not late, not lost, but complete. And maybe, just maybe, that isn't something to fear. Maybe it's something to respect. Leave a comment below, share, like, follow, and subscribe for more.